Good morning, it's Mike Newer, aka What Mike Eats. Thanks for riding along with me again this morning. And I was working out yesterday at an LA Fitness, and I was observing a trainer with a teenage male client who was probably 30 to 50 pounds overweight, and the little guy, or I guess big guy, had no control over his body. He had no body awareness. He couldn't perform even a simple bodyweight squat with the right form. And the trainers got him doing these squat presses with these little dumbbells, and not a single rep was done correctly. And rather than, have him sit down and stand up, or, try to train a proper motion pattern for a squat, she was just kind of doing a little pop with the knees and throwing hands up like this, and it was a little frustrating to see. And to make things worse, there was a point where I almost interrupted the session and stopped the workout because I was afraid for the kid's safety. She had this kid who couldn't even do a squat, couldn't even do a lunge, doing box jumps. Now, it wasn't even on like a regular box. She was having this kid jump up on one of those Reebok steppers that has those little risers under it, and she was having him straddle it, jump up, land on it, or attempt to land on it, and jump back off. Now, within 3 seconds of seeing this going on, I'm like, all right, this kid's getting hurt. There's a twisted ankle coming up. There's a, something bad's gonna happen. Sure enough, by the second jump, first jump, the kid ankle kind of lands like this, and he recovers. Second jump, he doesn't get his foot up high enough, and we're only talking about 6 inches here. And he lands on the edge, and the whole thing tilts. He falls, the risers go falling, and he really could have hurt himself. So that kind of brings me to the risk reward. Now, anytime that you're a trainer or selecting workouts for a client or even yourself, there is a risk reward that you need to take into account. What is the benefit or the reward of doing this exercise for your client versus what are the risks or things that could potentially happen while doing this exercise? Now, for that young man, the reward, very, very minimal. Not going to get a whole lot of benefit jumping 2 inches or 6 inches, and maybe he'll get his heart rate up a little bit, but nothing that jumping jacks wouldn't do. Jumping jacks would do the same exact thing. He was even doing the same exact pattern while standing wide and jumping narrow and then jumping back wide. But for that young man, there was absolutely no reason to put him in a position where he could fall off a box. Not only does it potentially injure the kid, but if he falls, he's gonna be discouraged. He's gonna be embarrassed. He's not gonna want to keep working out. These are the things that people need to consider when picking exercises. There's a lot more exercises that would have been more appropriate for him. You could have had him, jumping, alternating feet, tapping the box like they do in that soccer drill, tapping the top of the soccer ball. A lot of different things that could have been done for this young man to help him lose weight than jumping on a box. This is true with a lot of exercises. For me personally, since I've had back surgery, the risk reward isn't there anymore for me to go heavy on squats. Yeah, my legs are a little bit lagging behind the rest of my body. Could I use some heavy squats in my life? Sure, but the stress that it would put on my back, potentially injuring me, just not worth it. Same thing with deadlifts. So that's why I won't squat or deadlift much more than my own body weight on the bar, just because the reward is not there compared to the risk. So think about your programming for your clients. Think about your exercise selection. What are the benefits and why did you pick that specific exercise versus some of the alternatives that may be either a little bit safer or a little bit more effective? And kind of try to think about that when you're building your program for both yourself and your clients. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Get in the gym, kick some ass, eat healthy, lift heavy, and don't forget to smile.